Hi guys, thanks so much for watching. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I thought I'd show you guys how I use Temptu. It is an airbrush makeup system. I've been applying this almost every single day and I have acne prone skin, and for me, since I've been applying Temptu makeup, I have not been breaking out at all, which is so amazing. I wanted to show you guys how I use Temptu, what I do for just an everyday look, and all that kind of stuff. So if you guys want to see, then just keep watching the video. So my primer's on already. I'm wearing the NYX Shine Killer Primer. I love this primer. It's so affordable. It works really well. I do want to try the Temptu primer, but I just haven't purchased it yet. So for today, I'll be using the Shine Killer Primer. So next is my concealer, and you actually want to apply this before the foundation, since obviously the foundation is an airbrush foundation. You don't want to like be patting anything on top of it. So that's why I'm doing this first. And I just like to apply my Temptu right underneath my eye, center of my nose. I take my NYX High Definition Concealer, and that one I just apply where I have any redness, a little on my chin and on the sides of my nose. Alright, so now it's time for foundation, and this is number 3. I can't remember the name of it, I'll put it right here, but basically you just shake it up, take off the cap like this, and then you just want to pump this thing a couple of times, and you take off this right here so that the product can come out when it's in the machine, just like that. And now I'm going to just put it into the handle, and then there's this little thing right here, and you just push that in when you are putting this into the machine. And it's in there, and then I'm just going to turn it on. And I have this on the 3rd, I believe this is like 3 o'clock setting. So that's typically what I use for all the face stuff. So I'm just going to turn it on, and then about 4 to 6 inches away from my face, I'm just going to do small circles all over until it's applied. Okay, so now that all the foundation is applied, as you can see, it does look a little wet, so I'm going to set it with a Temptu powder, but right before that, I just turn this on, and when you turn it on, and you're not pushing the button back, it's just the air that comes out, there's no product, so that just helps it kind of set a little bit faster, so that's what I'm going to do right now. And then to take off the foundation, I'm just going to push this button when I pull. And then I'm just going to shut this little thing right here. And then you just pop back on the cap, and that's all done. So to set the foundation, I'm going to use my Temptu finishing powder. This is in the shade number 2. It does come in 3 different shades. If you don't want to set it right now, that's fine. But typically for me, I just like to set foundation and then go on to the rest of my makeup. And this is a loose powder, so I typically just like pour it into the cap. And for setting the foundation, you don't want to like swipe because it's still a little bit wet. What I do is I just kind of tap it really lightly just all over my face. So now that foundation is set, it's time to move on to the bronzer, which is this little guy, and Temptu only has one bronzer, but I find that it seriously works for everybody. It does have just a little bit of shimmer to it, but it's nothing too intense, so I'm sure that all of you guys will like it. And you just shake it up and take off the cap, and then the same thing again, you just pump this little guy a couple times, this little one right here, and take off the cap, and then just slide it right into the handle, and you're good to go. And for me, I typically just have my Temptu on the 3 o'clock again for the dial. If you guys want to turn it up to you, but for me 3 o'clock just seems to work for everything, so that's where I keep it. So after the bronzer, obviously I'm moving on to the blush, and I can't remember what this is called, but I can put the name right here for you guys. I love this blush because it's just so like natural looking to me. I have been wearing this every day just because I'm obsessed. So my last step for face is going to be my highlighter, and this is seriously like the prettiest highlighter ever. I am in love with it, and just same steps. You just pump it, take the cap off. And for me, the highlighter I apply on the tops of my cheekbones, down the center of my nose, and a little bit just like right here on each side, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And then again, I'm just going to set all of my face makeup, and if you guys don't want to set it, then you don't have to, but just for me, I like it to look a little more matte, so that's why I set it again. And as you guys can see, it's not like taking away the intensity, it just kind of switches the finish from like a shinier finish to a matte finish, so I love it. So now that all my face makeup is done, it's time to move on to these eyebrows. I have been really loving this eyebrow pencil by L'Oreal. Benefits Gimme Brow is what I put on top of that. So yeah, I'm just gonna fill in my eyebrows really quickly, and I start with the pencil which has the wax on one end, so that's just what I'm gonna use first. And then I kind of like fix the shape with the pencil here, and then just fill in with this guy. So you guys can see this one is filled in except for the brow gel I'm going to put on it, but that one is just completely naked, free of makeup, so you guys can see just kind of like the shape that I like and the shape that it is without. And if you guys are wondering like exactly what shades and stuff I'm using of all these products, I do have a link for all of them in the down bar. After eyebrows, it's time for the eyes. I'm going to use my Lorac Shadow Primer. I love this. It's really silky and smooth, and it works so well. So for my eyeshadow, I'm also going to use my Lorac Pro 2 palette that I just am obsessed with. I talk about this in so many videos. So I like to start with my crease, and I'm just going to use the light brown shade for that. And then for the eyelid, I'm going to be using the shade Rose, which is a really pretty pink, and it does have just a little bit of shimmer to it. To highlight my brow bone, I'm just going to be using a little bit of Snow. For my liner, I'm going to use my Line Stiletto by Maybelline, and I'm just going to do a thin line just on the top lid. For mascara, I'm going to use my Lorac Special Effects Mascara. One side is a primer and the other is the mascara. So lastly is my lips, and I'm going to be applying this Revlon lip gloss. It's in the shade Rose Pearl. And that completes my everyday makeup routine featuring Temptu. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you guys want to keep up with me, all of my links are in the down bar. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!